Hey fellow artists, we're back in the workshop today, and last two sessions we were working on some pear cider because I had to harvest my pineapple pears, and I had to get a fermentation started for the holidays, and so we got that. My pear cider is happily fermenting in my kitchen. By the way, I did try a bit of the leftover splurge inside of the jar, and oh my gosh, folks, I am really optimistic about how this pear cider is going to turn out. I will have an update for you guys very soon about it, but today we got to get back to work. We got to work. Sylvia, your lovely artist, is here. Welcome. Hello. Welcome to the stream today. We got to get back to work, folks. I got to fix Wendy's Charred Cessna laser engraving. So that's what we're going to be working on in the workshop today. And so, but before we move on to business, folks, I want to draw your attention to the scrolling text in the bottom. These are all the things that I offer up on my website, psycheopera.com. If you want to support an independent artist by commissioning a cigar box guitar from me, or buying some of my laser carved cigar boxes for your own builds, or if you already have a shop, you're already building things, you're already making things with your hands, and you want to advertise your store, you could buy a sponsored segment in one of my produced videos. So yeah, go to psycheopera.com and see all of the things that I'm offering up. Okay, promotion is over. Let's get to work. Wendy is here. Wendy, we're gonna fix your engraving today, my friend. We're gonna fix it. That is today's mission. Now, it's a little stormy outside. That's why it's cool in the workshop and I don't have the swamp cooler going. So I'm hoping that Mother Nature will not interrupt our engraving adventures today. So without any further ado, we're going to try to work as quickly as possible to get this CBG off to a good start. Right now it's had a pretty bumpy start, but hey, we're not going to let anything out of this workshop that looks ugly or that doesn't work artistically. So before I move Wendy's box, I'm going to use some, I don't have painter's tape, unfortunately. That would be the best thing. But I'm gonna use some electrical tape to mark the position of the box, so when we go back to engrave the box, I won't have to do so much work with box alignment. That usually, as you guys have seen, is the most tedious part of the laser engraving journey. And so let's mark the box so we don't have to spend so much time with box alignment. Okay, that looks about right. I'm going to be extremely careful not to move these planks that are raising my engraver. I'm going to be very careful, very careful. Oh no! What's the box? Oh, come on now. All right, why don't I try this side first? Let's make a corner here. And I'm shifting the box. I just want to get it as close as possible. Yeah. I just need to get a corner in place so I know where to put my box later. I don't need to outline it completely, just a corner. Just need to get the corner in. Ugh, I'm dropping everything. Butterfingers. Sure. Okay. All right, all right. Okay. Okay. Luckily I have small hands. Okay, we got the box position marked off. And so now we can move the box with confidence, knowing that when I go to reposition it for engraving, it's not gonna take us too long, hopefully. Whew, let me get a little sip of my kombucha mixed with water. No, it's not homemade, but it's organic. Like a gut-friendly Gatorade. All right, and I got my, oh, Joser's there. Hey, Chocho, you can come in. You can come in, my poop. I got my random orbital sander ready to go here, so I'm gonna set myself up in the grass in front of the workshop here. Uh-oh, what are you looking at, Joser? Who else is here? Who else is here bothering you? No, no one's bothering. Okay. Whoa. Oh my goodness gracious. There is a, that's what my cat was looking at. A wasp fighting with a wolf spider. Eek. Whoa. That's quite disturbing. Ooh, I don't like spiders and I don't like wasps, and it's weird to see two big, well, an arachnid and an insect fighting. Weird. That's what my cat Joser was looking at. It's like, what the heck is going on there? Hey, Chocho. I'm gonna need to grind up some stuff, so you gotta move, all right? Okay, Chocho, come on. Today I came prepared and have Chocho's snack ready to go. Come on, Chocho. Come. Okay. Gonna lay this towel down so we do not scratch our box. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. You kitties need to go away. Frank and Betty are out here because they saw that I gave Joser a snack. Let me see if I could scare them a little. Cat management, guys. So much work. Okay. So let's take a look. This is the Charred Cessna Engraving. So we are gonna fix this today. We're gonna make this a rustic yet sharp engraving. All right, so here we go. We gotta get this off. Here we go. All right, folks, cheers. Something amazing just happened, folks. Something amazing has just happened. Wendy, look what one pass of the rotary sander, look at what it did. Wendy, OMG. Okay, we might not have to engrave this again. Tell me, Wendy. Look at what the rotary sander did. It cleaned up the engraving. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you like it. Because if you do like it, Wendy, then we can jump to the F-holes today. Folks, we're waiting on an answer from the boss. I know! This is a wow moment, Wendy. And look at the texture of this engraving. The engraving has height. It has texture. It's not flat. And just with one pass of the random orbital sander, we cleaned it up. Okay, Wendy, you're the boss. It's up to you. Shall we continue to carving the F-holes? Shall we continue? Shall we continue? You tell me, boss. What's next? I know there's a little bit of a delay. Wendy says there's still a few numbers on the lower middle that use you a touch more of sanding. Okay. There's still a few numbers on the lower middle. Okay. All right. You mean here? Bottom row, Wendy? Unfortunately, I don't think these down here are ever going to be legible. But we can do another pass on the controls. Let me know what you could. Okay. Bottom row. This one, you mean? Let me know, boss. Let me know. On the bottom row, oh, rain. Oh no, Frank displaced Joe's are in here. Frank, you have plenty of places to hide. You don't have to take Joe's or spaces. Okay, let me read this. Hey Raymond, welcome. Folks, we got King Dolphin TV in the house. Raymond, we're working on fixing Wendy's Cessna engraving. Wendy says on the bottom row, middle dial with airplane in center, more sanding. Okay, I can do that. Let's do it. All right. It started drizzling out there, folks, so I'm gonna bring it into the workshop. But Frank is in here. He kicked Joser out because Frank just wants to take all of Joser's spaces. That's not fair. Frank has an entire carport that is his and Betty's, and he still wants Joser's spaces. Come on, Frank. Come on. All right. Let me get Frank to get a move on. Raymond says, I am sending you an email about my guitar. Alrighty. Is there anything that I can help you with now, Raymond? Any questions that you have? Not the whole dial, says Wendy. Which part of the dial? Oh, sorry, full of Joser's spaces. It's raining and Joser was out, you know, under a bush and he was getting wet, and there's no need for him to be getting wet. All right, so I brought him back in. He's there. He's nice and safe. And all right. It's a little bit, rain is a little bit loud, but we're gonna push through. Let me see what the chat is saying. What did I miss? Okay. Okay. Wendy says from the 12 o'clock to the 3 o'clock position on the dial. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying, Wendy. I see what you see. We'll focus on that area. Lemon pie citrus. I gave Frank some food under the carport, and he should be okay. And Joser is nice in a nice dry space right now, so good. All right. Raymond, something about the tuning key. All right. Ask your question, Raymond. What's going on with the tuning keys? Okay. Wendy says if you look at the dial as if it were a clock, the numbers from the 12 o'clock position to the 3 o'clock position are a bit dark and fuzzy, maybe a small touch on the sander. Will do, Wendy. Lemon pie citrus says that's a good downpour. Yeah, I'm grateful for the downpour, and all right, will help. Still looks great. Don't sand too much. Wendy says, I'm beginning to think it's never going to rain in South Texas again. I'm so sorry you're going through such a horrible drought. We get those here, but not to the extent you guys have been having. So I hope you get rain soon, Wendy. I'm glad you told me about this, Raymond, because maybe I need to find a new key supplier. I don't like my things to break on my customers, so not good, not good. Okay, let's get this going. Okay, now that I know what to focus on, let's see if we can clean up this dial right here. Chocho, this is gonna make some noise. Okay. Try to grab it at an angle. Honestly, I don't like what that did. All right. Wendy, it seems like these numbers are not going to be legible, and I'm exposing a little bit too much of the MDF. It lightened the color here. You see how the texture on that is different now? I think all right. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I like that. Let's see. You know what? Let's stick to plan A. Let's stick to plan A. Let's remove all of it. Now that I got the engraver settings that I'm more confident with, I think we'll get what we want out of the settings that I currently have in Laser Gerbil. So let's finish the job. Let's just have a clean slate. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oh, Frank is back in here. And no, Frank. It's not your fault, Wendy. Hey, building cigar box guitars, doing any type of creative work, more than half of what you're doing is troubleshooting. We're gonna get this right. I mean, we are going to get this right. All right. Frank is trying to steal Joser's territory. I need to get him out of here, folks. He's gonna harass Joser. Come on, Frank. Frank, come on. Come on, Frank. Let's go. Let's go. Betty, what are you doing in here? No, go and eat. Go and eat. Oh, sorry, folks. I was able to lure Frank back under the carport with some food. Joser is an elderly cat, and so I don't like for him to be stressed. I mean, I think he's been pretty tolerant in allowing so many other kitties to kind of take over his spaces. But yeah, Frank wants camera time, but he also wants all of Joser's spaces, and I just can't allow him to do that. Now the thing is, to manage these kitties, I have to use up so much cat food. And so this morning I was researching how to make my own cat food. And there was this tutorial on YouTube I found where a lady made healthy, high quality wet food with just 20 pounds of it, with just $10 of ingredients. And so I think I'm gonna be doing that because I have too many kitties to manage, and food is the only way I can get them to do what I need them to do. And so if anyone makes their own cat food and has any insights about that, let me know in the comments. I wanna make sure that my kitties are getting the best and healthiest things that they can get with the food that I make them. All right, so, you know, this was, every time I make a mistake in the workshop and have to fix it, I learn something. What did I learn? Well, in sanding the over-charred engraving, I learned that I can remove the char and improve the image with just one pass of my rotary sander, and this is using 60 grit sanding disc. So that was a good discovery, Wendy. So now, but for this particular project, I think we need to do things the long way. We need to. And you know what? There's an added benefit to sanding this completely off, Wendy. And the added benefit is your guitar will be more resonant because the lid, which is the soundboard of your guitar, will be thinner. It will be able to vibrate more easily when the lid or the soundboard is thinner. So Wendy says, I learned something too, LOL, cool. All right, so let's get this going. Let's get this going. We know it's my neighbor's hunting deer. All right, let's get this going. Okay. So we're digging into new layers of MDF. These engravings go very, very deep. Now, we're going to keep going. If I feel at some point that we need to repurpose this box and maybe turn it into a gilding box, then that's what we'll do. I do have more of these Tabac Toro Dulce boxes, and we could just clean up another box and try re-engrave on another box. All right, neighbors hunting again, right? All right, this engraving goes down deep, folks, and to be honest, I don't like these lower levels of MDF. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reserve this box for one of our cat currency gilded box engravings. Oops. That's what we're gonna do. All right, I think today, Wendy, I think we'll actually get to carving sound holes. Well, I think I'll get to fix your engraving and maybe carve sound holes into, if I just switch up and start on a new box. Again, I don't like the look of these lower levels of MDF. Wasn't as pretty, wasn't as natural looking as the top levels of MDF. But again, this box, no, Wendy, do not feel that way. Hey, no, do not feel that way. This is part of the process. This is all a part of the process. So, and you know what, one thing that I don't want, and Raymond, if you're out, troubleshoot that together as well. What I don't want is, after you spent the money buying a custom cigar box guitar, when you unbox it, you look at it and it's like, I should have said something about that, or I should have said something about that, or I want, when people unbox their CBG, to be like, wow, that is perfect. That's what I wanted. I don't want there to be any regrets. So, Wendy, I want you to continue to be vocal about your project. If you don't like something, I want to know. I want honesty. Because when you pay for this and this arrives at your door, I want you, when you open, it's like, man, this is beautiful. Liza did a perfect job with this. That's what I want. All right? And so this is not going to waste, by the way. This is what I'm going to do with it. As with this beautiful Perdomo box, we're going to gild the lid on this, and we're going to create some cat currency CBGs. That's what we're going to do. All right, let's go to my stash. I don't think you guys have been to my stash room. Warning, fair warning, folks. I need to organize my stash room. So it isn't pretty, but I need to go into my supply room, and we need to get a box of the exact same size. Actually, let me take the Tabak Especial with me to ensure that I come back with a box of the same size. All right, here we go. Field trip, folks, field trip. All right. Here we go. Here we go. There's Frank scoping out Joser's territory. Yep. Oh, baby kitty's here. Okay. Now I got Lando inside of the house, folks. We're gonna try to get in and out very carefully. All right. Oh, there's Lando. You guys can hear him. It's a rainy day. 6x52s. I'm pretty sure that I have one. All right, so let's see. This one is a bit... Ooh, Wendy. Look what I got for you, Wendy. We're gonna begin on her very soon. Let's see. I'm pretty sure that I have another Tabak. Oh, I do. Hold on. Let me get these. Yeah, I gotta get this storage room more organized. Jason Love Doctor Who, welcome. Jason Love says, "Hey-oh, Liza. It can't rain all the time." Yes, very true. We're getting plenty of rain here in North Florida, though. Okay. Let's see. Oh no. I got these small tobaccs. Wendy says, yeah. Did you see Raymond's face when I showed him the small leather rose box? I wish I could see his face. Did he put in an emoji? Let me check my stash here. On the side. Mm-hmm. Oh man, guys, I gotta get these boxes organized. All right. Yeah. I got to something. Especial Toro Dulce 6x52. I have other Tabac Especials, but not of this exact size. So this is what I'm gonna do. Told him about it and showed him my small box. He liked the image. Yeah, the art on the deadwood behind with me. Okay, let me take you guys back into the workshop. Betty, excuse me, Betty. Excuse me, Betty. Betty and kitties. Betty and kitties. Gotta move out of my way. Yep, up. Look at what we have here, folks. Look at what we have here.
Hello, baby. Hello.
Betty and Frank. Okay. All right, Wendy, I'm gonna have to pass by my local cigar shop, and they always have plenty more of these Tabac Dulces, these large Tabac Especial Toro Dulces anyway. So that's what I'm gonna do. So for now, I'm gonna close off the stream. I'm gonna head over and see if I can get a hold of these Tabac Especial, a few of these Tabac Especial 6x52s. And so I will be back in the workshop later today, and we're gonna get this engraving sorted today. We're gonna make progress. All right. Okay, so folks, I will see you in about maybe 2 hours. And we'll be back in the workshop working with a brand new box, because we're going to get this Cessna engraving to look perfect. That is my goal. Raymond, I'm going to be in my email, and we're going to troubleshoot your guitar tuner problem ASAP. All right. Hi, Liza. I got 2 of them, says Jeff. Welcome, Jeff. No worries, Jeff. I'm gonna head over to my shop. They usually do have tons and tons and tons of boxes they want to offload, and they always got a plethora of Tabac boxes. And the reason I don't have any more is because I use them often. I build with them often. They're my favorite. Apart from Leather Roses, they're my favorite boxes to work with. So I'm gonna head over, grab what I need, and do a little haul. But we're gonna make progress on Wendy's CBGs. Yes, oh, we have the great Steve Arvey in the house, folks. Yes, Steve. Apparently, in the process of tuning my guitar, something happened with one of the tuners. And so I'm gonna work something out with Raymond so we can fix the King Dolphin CBG so that it lives again. Steve Harvey says, we will get you more Tabac boxes. Oh, you guys are so generous. No worries, folks, no worries. My cigar, my local cigar shop donates a ton of boxes to me. Every time I go over there, they offload all the stuff they don't want to store anymore, and I always get plenty of these tobacco boxes in the stash. So no worries, my friend, no worries. We're gonna get back to work on Wendy's CBG when I get back from town. We need to do a show on tuners. Wow, Steve, I'd be interested in doing that. Absolutely. All right. We do absolutely need to do a show on tuners. And you know, I'm open. I'm absolutely open to exploring new brands of tuners. I definitely don't want any more tuner fails. So we should do a show on tuners, Steve. All right, folks. Thank you, Steve Harvey, Jeff, Wendy, and King Dolphin for joining me today in the workshop. The lovely artist, thank you for joining me today. Jason Love, Doctor Who. I will be back here in the workshop in 2 hours if you guys are interested, and we are going to, as I guess this Larry the Cable Guy says, we're gonna get her done. Okay, we're going to get this Cessna off the ground. Okay, alrighty, folks. I will be back very soon. Chaito, and if you don't have notifications turned on for my channel, turn them on so you know when I'm back in the workshop today, and we will be back. Alrighty, folks. Chaito, I will see you all very, very soon.